လူတယောက်ကိုလေအတင်းအဓမ္မဘာသာတစ်ခုကူးပြောင်းမှုကပြောလို့မရအောင်ဒါသူတို့ရဲ့ညံနဲ့ဆုံးဖြတ်ရမယ့်ကိစ္စဖြစ်သွားပြီလေဘာသာရေးကိစ္စကြတော့လေအဲ့တော့ကိုကအတက်နိုင်ဆုံးတော့လမ်းကြောင်းပေးရတာပေါ့နော်အတင်းအဓမ္မငါဘာသာဝင်ပါလို့ပြောလို့မရအောင်လွတ်လပ်စွာကိုယ်ကွယ်ခွင့်ရှိတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဆွေးနွေးလို့ရတယ်ပြောပြလို့ရတယ်ခရိယန်ဆိုရင်သူတို့ခရိယန်ဘာသာကောင်းတယ်ကိုပြောမှာပဲဟိုဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာကလည်းကိုဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာကောင်းအောင်သူပြောမှာပဲအဲ့တော့ပြောတဲ့ပုံမူတည်ပြီးတော့သူတို့စဉ်းစားလက်ခံကြမှာပဲလေအဲ့တော့တာသမီမွေးလာလို့ရှိရင်လည်းပြောကြမှာပဲအမေကလည်းပြောမှာပဲဟိုအဖေကလည်းပြောမှာပဲအဲ့တော့တာသမီကညံရှိတဲ့ဘက်ကိုဆိုရင် तू ကြိုက်တဲ့ဘက်ကို तू ပါသွားမှာပဲဒါကတော့လေနောက်တိုင်းစကားပုံတစ်ခုရှိတယ်လေဟိုမြင်းတကောင်ကိုရေစိတ်ကိုဆွဲခေါ်လာလို့ရတယ်တော့ရေတောက်အောင်လုပ်လို့မရအောင်နော် तू တောက်ချင်မှတောက်မှာ तू ဗကြကြီးတင်းဖြတ်တိုက်တယ် तू မျိုးချချင်မှမျိုးချမှာလူတယောက်ကိုဘာသာတရားတစ်ခုပြောင်းလာအောင်လုပ်တယ်ဆိုတော့ तू ခံချက်နဲ့ပဲဆိုင်တယ်အပြင်ပန်းရှိခိုးယုံနဲ့စွန့်လူယုံနဲ့ဘုရားဘာသာလို့ပြောလို့မရအောင်နော်အဲ့လိုမျိုးချော
ဖြူစင်သောအရာကိုခွေးတို့အားမပေးကြနှင့်ပလဲယတနာတို့ကိုဝတ်တို့ရှိမှမချမထားကြနှင့်တို့ပြုလျင်ထိုအရာတို့ကိုကြော်နေ၍တင်တို့ကိုလှဲ့လျက်ကိုက်ဖြတ်ကြလိမ့်မည်ဖြူစင်သောအရာကိုခွေးတို့အားမပေးကြနှင့်ပလဲယတနာတို့ကိုဝတ်တို့ရှိမှမချမထားကြနှင့်တို့ပြုလျင်ထိုအရာတို့ကိုကြော်နေ၍တင်တို့ကိုလှဲ့လျက်ကိုက်ဖြတ်ကြလိမ့်မည်ဖြူစင်သောအရာကိုခွေးတို့အားမပေးကြနှင့်ပလဲယတနာတို့ကိုဝတ်တို့ရှိမှမချမထားကြနှင့်တို့ပြုလျင်ထိုအရာတို့ကိုကြော်နေ၍တင်တို့ကိုလှဲ့လျက်ကိုက်ဖြတ်ကြလိမ့်မည်ဖြူစင်သောအရာကိုခွေးတို့အားမပေးကြနှင့်ပလဲယတနာတို့ကိုဝတ်တို့ရှိမှမချမထားကြနှင့်တို့ပြုလျင်ထိုအရာတို့ကိုကြော်နေ၍တင်တို့ကိုလှဲ့လျက်
The cruel massacre of the Catholic Church during the Dark Ages continued to the Holocaust, which killed 6 million Jews, the most tragic event in human history. From 1933 to 1945, 6 million Jews, including 1.5 million children, were slaughtered in 15 European countries, such as Poland, Russia, Austria, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Romania, Yugoslavia, and Greece. All property of the Jews was confiscated. Women were dragged naked in public. They suffered from starvation, infectious diseases, confinement, and public execution. The Jews who survived faced a miserable death in gas chambers in concentration camps built by the Nazis. When the gates of the concentration camps for the Jews were opened as World War II ended, the world was shocked. In the concentration camps, there were dead bodies of the Jews that were not buried yet, piled up like a mountain. While Hitler massacred 6 million Jews under the pretext of ethnic cleansing, the Catholic Church publicly advocated Hitler's genocide of the Jews, claiming it stood for anti-Semitism. When the Nazis' genocide of the Jews reached its peak, Weissmandl, a Jewish rabbi, sent a letter to the Vatican to ask for help. He begged the Pope to save the innocent Jews, especially young children. 1.5 million out of 6 million Jews who were slaughtered were children. His plea was a desperate outcry. However, the reply he received from the papacy was not just heartless, but blood-curdling.
There is no such thing as the innocent blood of Jewish children. All Jewish blood is guilty. and the Jews must die, because that is their punishment for that sin.
The Catholic Church was always hostile to the Jews for the reason that they had killed Christ. And they committed countless murders under the pretext that they were punishing the Jews on behalf of God. This kind of attitude of the Catholic Church greatly affected Hitler, who was Catholic.
Dann wird das Ergebnis nicht die Bolschewisierung der Erde und damit der Sieg des Judentums sein, sondern die Vernichtung der jüdischen Rasse in Europa.
Hitler was a fervent Catholic. The reason Hitler extremely hated the Jews was from the historical experience of the Catholic Church, which had treated the true Christians and the Jews mercilessly for 1600 years. For this reason, Hitler was able to commit the Holocaust, sending 6 million Jews to gas chambers without hesitation. Before the massacre of the Jews began, the Catholic cardinals officiated in Mass for blessing the German Nazi guards. And the Catholic Church publicly advertised Hitler's genocide of the Jews. The Catholic Church has committed crimes against humanity for centuries in the name of religion. They committed the crime of killing 50 million Christians and the Holocaust of killing 6 million Jews. The traces of the massacre of the Jews still remain at the Auschwitz concentration camp in Poland. The pictures of the Jews and their belongings are displayed in the concentration camp, showing how the Jews were mistreated, cursed, and insulted. These horrible times remain in the records of history. But all the errors of the Catholic Church are disappearing from people's memories, little by little.
$1,000 to anyone who can prove to me from the Bible alone that I am bound to keep Sunday holy. There is no such law in the Bible. It is a law of the Holy Catholic Church alone. The Bible says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. The Catholic Church says, no, by my divine power I abolish the Sabbath day and command you to keep holy the first day of the week. And lo, the entire civilized world bows down in a reverent obedience to the command of the Holy Catholic Church. T. N. Wright, CSSR, in a lecture at Hartford, Kansas, February 18th, 1884. The Catholic Church for over 1,000 years before the existence of a Protestant, by virtue of her divine mission, changed the day from Saturday to Sunday. The Catholic Mirror, September 23rd, 1893. Question: which is the Sabbath day? Answer: Saturday is the Sabbath day. Question: why do we observe Sunday instead of Saturday? Answer: we observe Sunday instead of Saturday because the Catholic Church in the Council of Laodicea, AD 336, transferred the solemnity from Saturday to Sunday. Peter Geierman, The Convert's Catechism of Catholic Doctrine, 2nd edition, 1910, page 50. Question: have you any other way of proving that the Church has power to institute festivals of precept? Answer: had she not such power, she could not have done that in which all modern religionists agree with her. She could not have substituted the observance of Sunday, the first day of the week, for the observance of Saturday, the seventh day, a change for which there is no scriptural authority. Stephen Keenan, A Doctrinal Catechism, page 174. There is but one church on the face of the earth which has the power or claims power to make laws binding on the conscience, binding before God, binding under penalty of hellfire. For instance, the institution of Sunday. What right has any other church to keep this day? You answer by virtue of the third commandment. The papacy changed the fourth commandment and called it the third, which says, remember that thou keep holy the Sabbath day. But Sunday is not the Sabbath. Any schoolboy knows that. Sunday is the first day of the week. I have repeatedly offered $1,000 to anyone who will prove by the Bible alone that Sunday is the day we are bound to keep, and no one has called for the money. It was the Holy Catholic Church that changed the day of rest from Saturday, the seventh day, to Sunday, the first day of the week. T. Enright, CSSR, in a lecture delivered in 1893.